All right, welcome to This Explainer. If you felt like the digital landscape completely shifted underneath your feet this past month, well, you're absolutely right. Today, we're taking the massive, chaotic wave of April 2026 SEO and AI updates and synthesizing them into a sleek, highly structured, strategic briefing. Let's get right into it.
So here's the big question we have to tackle right out of the gate. Is traditional SEO dead? Or is it just evolving faster than ever before? For years, we've talked about optimizing for search, right? But what we're actually witnessing right this second is a massive transition into optimizing for action. We're literally moving from a world where search engines just hand you a list of links to a world where they execute tasks on your behalf. It's a real game changer. Real quick, before we unpack all the data and the specific algorithm updates, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You definitely don't want to miss our monthly explainer breakdowns of the digital marketing landscape. We do all the heavy lifting, reading through the studies, the dense Google Docs, the industry news, so you can skip the noise and get straight to the strategy. Okay, here's our roadmap for the next few minutes. We're covering the AI search expansion, zero-click searches, spam policies and risks, SEO evolution, the core updates and the GSC fix, and finally, some key strategic insights. Section 1, AI search expansion and the rise of agentic search. So Google is radically expanding its AI search capabilities straight into your browser. Industry experts are calling this the dawn of agentic search, and it is completely redefining the user journey. Think about it. Chrome is moving away from those simple manual queries and the endless tab hopping we're all used to toward this new side-by-side AI mode. Instead of having to open 10 different tabs to research something, this AI mode integrates directly into the browser. It actually references the specific tabs, images, or files you currently have open. It keeps you fully contained within the Google ecosystem to seamlessly knock out really complex tasks. And this macro shift is perfectly echoed by Google CEO Sundar Pichai. Google is actually piloting this task-based agentic search in the US right now. Imagine just prompting Google to, say, plan a trip to SEO Vibes in Zakopane, find a wellness hotel, and book a table for Friday. The AI doesn't just spit out links to travel blogs anymore, it builds the whole itinerary for you. It can even use automated voice features to call local stores on your behalf to see if a specific item is in stock. I mean, wow. Search isn't just answering anymore, it's becoming an active agent. Moving on to Section 2, zero-click searches, the new normal. As AI takes over the heavy lifting, the way users click is fundamentally changing, and Google is officially defending its AI overviews with a somewhat controversial new term, bounce clicks. This was introduced by Google's head of search, Liz Reed, on a recent podcast. A bounce click is basically when a user clicks on your site from an AI overview, hangs around for a fraction of a second just to verify one specific fact, and then bounces right back to the search page. Google is arguing that, these split-second visits offer pretty minimal value to website owners anyway, so replacing them with automated summaries is supposedly better for everyone. So the crucial takeaway here is that while traditional click-throughs for those quick informational queries are going to permanently drop, the nature of the traffic you do get is shifting. Your new goal is to be the deep expertise authority that the AI actively recommends for the tough, complex questions. Sure, you might see lower volume overall, but the users who actually do click through the AI overview have already been educated by the summary. They're arriving with much higher intent and way better conversion potential. Section 3, spam policies and risks and how they're protecting the user. Now, while Google is building out all these flashy new AI tools, they're simultaneously cracking down hard on manipulative tactics. You absolutely must pay attention to these enforcement actions. For starters, Google is actively hunting down JavaScript tricks like back button hijacking, where a site traps you in a loop so you can't go back to the search results. You've got to audit your site before the strict June 15th, 2026 enforcement deadline. On top of that, they're heavily targeting those low-quality self-serving listicles that exist solely to rank a site's own product at number 1. Oh, and a quick heads up on privacy. If you submit a spam report that contains personally identifiable information, Google will now automatically discard it to protect the reporter's identity. All right, Section 4, SEO evolution and the AI traffic boom. It's super important to realize that AI search isn't just a threat, it's actually a massive opportunity. Look at this wild stat. A 206% year-over-year growth in outbound referral traffic coming directly from ChatGPT. Between January 2025 and January 2026, the volume of users clicking through links provided by ChatGPT to visit external sites absolutely skyrocketed. This conclusively proves that people are absolutely clicking through to original sources when they interact with these AI chatbots. And it gets even more interesting when you look at where that traffic goes. A massive 20% chunk of those ChatGPT users are actually bouncing right back to Google. Why is that? Well, because people are using these platforms sequentially. A user asks ChatGPT a complex question, gets a broad answer, and then takes that context straight back to Google to verify the info or just dig a little deeper. So, traditional SEO and AI search, they aren't mutually exclusive at all. They're actually functioning as part of the exact same funnel.
Section 5, Core Updates and the GSC Fix. Let's talk about the alligator effect.
Okay, let's review the massive algorithm shifts we just witnessed because March and April were honestly brutal. Google launched the fastest spam update in history. It completely wrapped up in just 24 hours on March 24th. And right after that, the March 2026 core algorithm update finally finished rolling out on April 8th. The data is telling us that these updates heavily rewarded high-quality, specialized niche sites over large, generic content aggregators. But the really wild news actually stems from a date way back last year, May 13th, 2025. That specific date marks the beginning of an 11-month data logging error in Google's Search Console. So, listen closely. If your impressions suddenly drop in the coming weeks, do not panic. Google is simply fixing a bug that artificially inflated impression data for almost an entire year. The industry has dubbed this the alligator effect. Basically, on the charts, those inflated impressions went way up like an open alligator mouth, while the actual clicks stayed flat and accurate down below. Industry experts like Pavel Unger are highly recommending that you add reporting annotations to your dashboards immediately. You really don't want your clients mistakenly thinking they've been slapped with a penalty when this correction rolls out. Finally, Section 6, Strategic Insights for Surviving the Agentic Era. Let's wrap all of this up with some highly actionable steps. To survive and thrive in this new agentic era, Google Cloud AI Director Adi Osmani suggests we need to optimize for an AI agent's limited patience. Step 1, you must front-load your direct answers within the first 400 words of a page. But it goes way beyond just text. Step 2, you need robust structured data and APIs so the AI can pull real-time inventory and pricing on the fly. Step 3, you've got to shorten your conversion path so the AI can easily select you as the fulfillment source. And finally, Step 4, establish ecosystem SEO. This means your Google business profile and local listings must be impeccably maintained, because these AI agents, they'll pull data directly from there to complete user tasks. The entire paradigm has completely shifted. Traditional SEO was all about retaining users on your page at all costs so they could read up on a topic, and it heavily relied on backlinks. But agentic SEO? That's all about shortening the conversion path, focusing on APIs and machine-readable data, and allowing the user to seamlessly execute a task directly within the AI interface, using your business as the fulfillment mechanism. I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought to consider for your own digital strategy as we dive headfirst into this fascinating new reality. Are you optimizing your content to be casually read by humans or to be efficiently executed by AI agents? Because if you're still only writing for a human casually browsing, you just might become invisible to the AI agent trying to get a job done. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll see you in the next one.